everybody. Welcome to the Wild Star Healing Temple. We haven't we haven't seen you guys in a few months, and we decided that we were going to have enough physical and technical difficulty to be exactly 3 minutes late coming into the stream. But I do see quite a few of you already in the chat. So hey, everybody. Hey, Melinda and Veronica and Lisa. And of course, we've got Viviani and Aaron. So we're just so happy to be back with you all this month. Today specifically, it feels very aligned. I posted the prayer up here for the healing temple. So I want you guys to focus on that for just a minute to get you in this cohesive space that we're in. Because in this temple, we are free. We can trust in the things that we cannot physically see. Here we dream of love and we dream of peace, and what we dream, we know will be. And when we can have that trust and that faith and come into the love space, miracles are possible here. So there's a couple of intentions that we have for today. One, when we came into it, was personal healing for everybody. There's quite a few people who need personal, physical, in-body healing. But then there's also this need for collective healing, pray for the world kind of healing. And so Kai and I spoke about this, and Kai mentioned, well, that's how energy works. When you heal internally and really get yourself aligned and opened, that's when it shines out to the rest of the world and brings that collective healing. So that's kind of our focus today. So I'll let Kai take it for just a couple of minutes. Kai's got a really cool 222 portal coming out, breathwork class, and some other things going on. Talk to us, Kai.
Yeah, I got a lot of things going on, but what I want to share today is that I do have a beautiful 222 breathwork portal event that I sent in the chat to hopefully get put for if anybody is interested in tickets. It is basically the idea of breathing together in harmony and spreading that harmony across. So it's kind of the whole idea that we were just talking about, where we do it for personal relief, but it also is part of the collective energetic movement as well. Because the more regulated that we can be, the more good that we can do, even just by presence. Children react better to more regulated nervous systems, and they are activated by less regulated nervous systems. So I would like to go ahead and just do like a couple of deep breaths, just so we can kind of like take a moment. This isn't going to be anything forceful. It's going to be very just like fluid. So we're going to be breathing in through our nose to the bottom of the belly. Make sure your back is nice and straight. We want to get that crown chakra as close to source energy as we possibly can. And then we will release through the mouth. So it'll just be on the count of 3, breathing in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold it at the top for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sigh it out. Let's do a couple more. Breathing in through the nose. Welcoming all the good energy, the purity, setting our intentions for this time, and breathing out through the mouth. Let's go again. Breathing in source light. And then as we release on this next one, we are seeing the things that don't serve us escaping through our breath. Let's do one last one. 4 for a protective vibe. Breathing in through the nose. Holding it at the top. Really connecting with your breath, with yourself, with spirit. And breathing out what doesn't serve you. So I just wanted to kind of bring us all into this space together, get our energies nice and aligned. Yeah, let's get on with what we're doing. Yeah.
Sounds good. And you mentioned before we hopped on here that you had changed, or not changed, but expanded your breathwork practice.
Yeah, I did modify it. So if you've been to one of our my breathwork ceremonies before, I I'm going to be honest, I was taught breathwork by a very masculine man, and so it was all about intensity and fire and And then I did back in December, I did like a re-education 3-day seminar with a woman named Jamie, and she taught me that you can release just as much with a softer breath. So essentially, I guide us through levels, and you can stay at whatever level feels comfortable for you. So it starts soft, then it gets a little more intense, a little more intense, a little more intense, and then you can fully send it if that's where you're at. But some days we're not there, so it's just a lot more freedom for everyone, and it also for those that maybe experienced a more intense vibe when they were ready for it. This gives you a lot more comfort in that as well.
I love that. That's a beautiful practice. Very expansive feeling. And I will just mention briefly that I feel like there's something to the intensity being optional.
Yeah.
Because with the intensity, sometimes we choose not to be intense just because we're shy or we're scared of what that will feel like when we really probably should be pushing ourselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then other times it becomes unsafe feeling. And so it is safety to be able to pull back a little bit.
Right. And that's what the whole thing is it's intuitive breathing. Like I will get to the high level and I'll encourage you to push yourself at that point. Like, you know what I mean? But if that doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate.
I mean,
so
if you think about yoga, the yogi's up there wrapping herself up in a pretzel, and we don't have to do that. We can do the
I can't. I just can't do that at all. So
love that. All right, guys. Well, we're excited to start working on you guys on a personal level, and the people who have entered since last. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Mary. So let's get our first person up there and see what kind of healing work we can do. So everybody just kind of sit with yourself, make sure you put your focus up on this person so that we are all collectively together holding this energy circle, not to try to receive or even give right now. We're not trying to blend our energies. We just all want to heart to heart to heart to heart know that we're in this together. So, and a healing today. Yes, we're going to go ahead and connect in and see what you need and where it's going to go.
I'm immediately feeling neck pain.
I just zoned right in on the heart. So I'm sending some healing to that heart space.
Doing fascia release in the neck and the shoulder area feels very important for you. So using like a gua sha tool and just kind of scraping over it, maybe like 20 times with good pressure, not too intense. It might leave some bruising, but that's literally because it's opening up your fascia.
Does that work on scar tissue?
I do not know the answer to that question.
That's a good answer to the question. That's a good answer.
I don't want to feed you bullshit. I don't know.
So this heart, it feels like it really just needed me to kind of encase it in an extra bubble of energy. It feels like there's self-healing happening or healing from other resources happening. And so it just being in this bubble of energy is helping to keep that flowing forward. And now I'm kind of being guided down to from the lower back at the sacroiliac all the way down to the bottom of the feet. So I'm going to be working on the whole lower body. Releasing at the low back, strengthening at the core. So there's some white, strong light going there.
I'm feeling like there's a lot of worry that you carry. And maybe this is not all the time. Maybe it's been activated recently. But there's this encouragement to write down some, what is it? Sunday's a Leo full moon. Write down. And my moon is Leo, so it's my moon. So Laura, what I want you to do is I want you to write down just the word worry to release it. And I want you to burn it because there's so much fire energy right now. And also the Leo moon is a fiery energy. Just to tell the universe that you're ready to start really giving worry back to it. It's not yours to hold. Getting under your rhomboid now.
And I feel like that might be part of what's happening in the legs, because when I clear the low back and start releasing that, looking down into the legs, the extra energy almost looks like braces around the legs, which is keeping momentary stability. But that, even if itself, the instability or the reason we need that extra energy to create the stability, seems like it is around worry of the future. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen if this happens? What about if this happens? So I don't feel like you are an anxious, nervous person at all, but there are questions and worries, like Kai said, that go through that's creating a little tiny bit of insecurity around the moving forward part. So we're just letting all that go. Just go ahead and take a deep breath from the belly and let that flow away from you. We're going to put trust and support from the universe. Raphael has decided to step in, and Jophiel has decided to step in. So we have blue and purple lights and energies, angelic energies, and they're here to support you. We also have aliens coming in. This room is getting so full right now.
I've got Shiva.
Shiva. Of course.
Well, I'm in her throat now.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Yeah.
Good. You are safe. You are cared for. Your future is bright and beautiful. Safe. You are safe.
Go ahead and take another deep breath into the belly for me, Laura. All the way up to the tippy top of your head. Hold it there. And release it right here. Also, if you're ever feeling that anticipatory feeling about the future, humming and being drawn to your vagus nerve, and humming is great to calm it.
I'm really enjoying this one because I did what I was guided to do. I felt you stepping outside of those braces, moving towards this big ball of light that felt like a bright future, releasing all the other stuff from your ankles and your feet. And I just see you moving forward with these bright purple lights. So it just feels very beautiful, very heartfelt and heart-centered. I feel complete and happy with this.
I do too, and my ending vision was like treetops, and when I see treetops, to me that means Bridgewalker. So being able to anchor in light, and you're doing a really excellent job of that, even if it doesn't always feel like it.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks for letting us work with you today. That one just felt really good.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Elizabeth. Let's start with a
Hey.
big fluffy kiss. What's up, dude?
Hey.
Love a healing. Of course we have time. I'm connecting in at the very base of the spine. That's the first place I was drawn to. So I'm going to start sending energy there first and let you know what I pick up on.
I am right next to you in the hips.
Okay. Now, some of this feels physical. Like, I don't know if you have a job where you sit a lot, drive a lot, or there's just a lot of pressure in that area. But part of it feels root centered as well, such as I'm very specifically feeling fear, not anxiety, worry, like afraid. And this feels like something that came from childhood, maybe unsteady parents or whatever that was for you. So I'm actually going to do some inner child dialogue with that space. And I'll try not to get too personal here, but I'll release that and let you know the positives that come out of it.
And I'm sensing self-abandonment, which we're all guilty of that at some point in our lives. But it feels like there's been a few moments, maybe recently, where you didn't stand up for yourself or speak your truth or do what you knew was best for you. And I'm actually seeing your hips out of alignment, so I'm going to see if I can't help energetically with that.
Just be open to this, Elizabeth, and see what this means to you, maybe not even logically, but on a heart level and what you can sense and feel. When I went to your inner child and brought that inner child in, she sat on my lap and she said, I don't like it here. And I could sense a lot of heaviness on her, whether it was things that she had been through or experienced with people. And a lot of that lives in, the heavier parts of the body. So these are the guilt, shame, abuse, fear spaces in the lower part of the body. And when I was able to get her to release that and to transmute that, it was like her body turned to gold and she floated up. And while she was floating up, it was as if she were on a Ferris wheel. So she's floating, she's gold, which means she's transmuted, but then she's going in a circle, right? So sometimes she's high, sometimes she's low, but she's just who she is, and none of it's bad. It's all gold. And the words that I heard her say then were, I know what I'm capable of. And that was a good thing. It was a source of power. So I want you to write those words down. I know what I'm capable of, and know that it's a source of power. Work with that at your solar plexus and let yourself grow into that. And your inner child will be happy. Okay? If you're up, if you're down, if you're left, if you're right, doesn't matter. You are still golden. You are still powerful. You are still perfect. It's all part of being human. It's all part of the process.
And I love that you said that she was like going up in golden, because I'm up in the upper middle back and I'm seeing like almost like angel wings in a cage. So I'm going to remove the cage because that feels potentially it's ancestral, maybe even soul lineage vibes, but it's not serving you. So we're going to get rid of it. If you can take a deep breath from me to the bottom of the belly, Elizabeth. Kikuria nata seki na ahla e ihini diti si iwihina ate e yeshira oai. Ooh, big energy. Breathe out if you haven't already. And take another deep breath in for me. You can release whenever you need to. You are never meant to be suppressed in this life.
And while Kai is doing this, everything from that low belly is unwinding and purging out through the legs. I've been watching it. I don't like it here. And that inner child now feels safe and held, like she has a little home in there.
Stretch that upper back out. Let it flow.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I feel complete. Thanks for letting us work on you, Elizabeth. Rest, stretch, drink lots of water because you had
Lots of water.
soul retrieval and lots of other work too.
What is the healing method you use called? It is ancient. It's been taught to me by my guides. I learned Reiki. I'm certified in Reiki, and a chakra practitioner. And then I have been developing a new healing modality or an old one, bringing back an old one. I'm unsure as to which one's more true. But I see, yep. I was going to say that's going to be very freeing, Elizabeth. Yeah, I just go as I'm guided. So it's less of a healing method and more of a just an intuitive knowing and understanding of how energy works. So.
That's what I was going to say if you didn't. Because for those of you who don't know this story, like I was scrolling one day and found Kai. And I mean scrolling where there's lots of other readers, lots of other healers. And when I got to Kai, it was like I was hit with energy. And I was like, that's a real one. I'm going to call them even if they think I'm a stalker. You know what I mean? And I did, yeah. And, and we connected in that way because these sorts of healers that you're getting here, they're not necessarily operating under any particular
a box.
Right. A modality. We learn the modalities to help us remember what we already are. And you're just getting that energy that helps open everything up. But if you needed another modality, just for clarity, Kai also does, what's the angel tongue? I call it angel tongue, light language.
Light language.
So that might be another thing. So breathwork, facilitator, light language, that sort of thing. Lily. Is it Lily or Lily? Probably Lily. I love it either way. Healing and a clearing. And thank you so much for that donation. I don't think I've connected with you before, at least not through here. You're different, like in a good way.
I'm immediately greeted by Syrians.
Yes, I was like, Starseed.
I'm going to be up in your third eye.
Get up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very different kind of vision than normal for me because when my energy greets yours, I wasn't immediately dropped into a certain place. It was like my energy kind of wrapped around yours and your energy was kind of playfully touching it. Like it was a very playful, beautiful type of meeting. Leora, Okay, Leora, thank you, Vivi. And it was a very playful type of meeting. And then I started seeing like this light that led me to know it's a knowing that you've been, I don't want to say abducted by aliens because that kind of brings a fear, you know what I mean? But like a starseed who moves and works in other realms,
Mm,
often either intentionally or in the astral realms.
dream.
Yeah, this is kind of what that
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of. Like you have a very high vibrational, like 5D kind of energy. It's very playful upon meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it can come off as protective or closed, but it's not. It's childlike, it's playful, it's of the stars, it's elevated, it's beautiful.
Interestingly enough, I'm going to piggyback off that a little bit because what I'm being told is that you need to make sure that you are putting a protective dome over you while you sleep. Because I'm seeing what I call gremlins. They're trickster energies that will. I just call them gremlins. They're actually like not even scary. They're just kind of
I thought
cute.
we weren't
But
doing fear.
they're it's not it's just
Okay.
it's tricksters are playful, so it
Yeah.
kind of goes into what you were saying. So to me, when I see them in the third eye, it just means like there's a lot of imposter syndrome, maybe second guessing yourself, a lot of doubt, and it's because they're playing tricks on you. And when you are susceptible to those energies unconsciously while you're sleeping, that's when because it feels like you astral project, as she said, frequently, whether you're aware of it or not. And so I'm going to get those energies out. But also just to like kind of take a moment to really like making sure that you are protecting yourself before you go to sleep. Steel, if you've ever worked with the element of steel, that feels like it's coming through the it's like a Caribbean god, Ogun. He is the god of like metal or something. He feels present as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get those. I call them gremlins, but they're not scary. Promise. I'm gonna get those guys out. If you can take a deep breath in for me through your nose while we do it, and release whenever you're ready.
On the opposite end of that, while Kai was talking about steel and metal, I was seeing roses bloom. So I've been working on your spine because when I hopped into that playful starseed energy, I was like, what do you need? And all I saw that you needed from me was that you had this dense energy just in the spine. And as I started to remove that, I realized that that was a bit of a tether and kind of started talking about self doubt or imposter syndrome or second guessing yourself. And it feels like that is your tether. And it may actually have originally been put there intentionally to keep you grounded and relatable to other people.
Mm, mm,
Um, but that, your guide said this, okay? I'm going to tell you this. Your guide said, you are perfect. Those words, perfect. That you don't have to heal anything. As soon as you let go of the tether, you're perfect. So it's not a wound to be moved through. It's just something that you've been wearing to feel human here that just needs to be let go of. It's in your control to let go of, and you can just float. And that's, I saw you release the tether. I saw you float up. I saw this rose blooming and opening. And that even brought you further from the 5D closer to the 6D. And it was just a beautiful thing to sit and feel and be in.
And interestingly enough, as I removed those energies from your third eye, your Syrian guides came and handed me almost like a lightning rod, like flagpole thing to install in the middle of that energy. So I think that you might be getting a lot more clear messages coming through.
Um, Here's one where she mentions that all of that's true, but then also she had some attacks last night, so that might be why you had her. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna do one more over, but I'm pretty sure you're good.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wrapping up the chakra and making sure.
And really what I'm doing right now, because you're perfect, they told me so, is putting a little bit of extra energy around your bedposts so that when you sleep there, even if you forget to put up your shield, like Kai said, there's a little preemptive energy there already for you.
Beautiful.
I just love you guys. I want to rock you all like little babies.
Did you say it like that on purpose?
Yes.
Do you know she passed today?
Who?
Catherine O'Hara.
Shut your face.
Yeah.
I need to go cry. Did this really happen?
I'm so sorry. Yeah. My sister came to tell me.
Compartmentalize.
That's a matter. I'm already doing it.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's tap into Catherine O'Hara. She's not ready yet. She said, "Get away. Get away from me. I am not a baby."
No.
Thank you so much for letting us work with your energy.
Thank you so much. It was an honor. It's been an honor for everyone. Yeah.
Hey, Mary. To heal 2 parts. And hey, everybody else who's come in while we've been on. I see you, Patty. As I tap into you, Mary, I'm immediately going up to the back of the throat, kind of at the back of the head, and then up around it like this. So I'm just going to tap in here and see what's coming up. And I'm hearing the word 1969. It's like going through my brain as if it were a song. 1969. I don't know if that's actually a song. But, I mean, if you're looking at timeline stuff, 1969 might be a space to look at. Specifically around knowledge, academia, filling, anything that fills the upper chakras. So anything up here that would be like knowledge or worry or input, not output, input.
Mary, you're a weaver. I don't know if you know that.
Say more.
So I have a very large, kind of fat dragon. I don't always see dragons with this shape. Like a very reddish maroon color, which is bringing me to your solar plexus. But when you're with you mentioning timeline, like you have the ability to help weave your own timelines. It's just a matter of in like collapsing the ones that don't serve you. It's just a matter of bringing your awareness to it. I don't know if you know Breath of Fire. I think that would be a really good way to activate your like fire to then connect you in, which is very interesting. I've never given this advice before in my life. But it feels like there's this like potency that's wanting to awaken, that will come through if you connect with your fire in your solar plexus by doing Breath of Fire. So what you said, yes, I do. And then you said, no, I don't. And I don't know what those mean.
Or like which was the which question.
Yeah, what is the what?
Well, can you demonstrate the Breath of Fire?
Yeah, sure.
And that was now.
Yeah, and everybody can know, because this is a great way to release energy, like especially if you just like, or if you're really tired and it's too late for you to have a cup of coffee. This is a great technique for a lot of different things. If you're cold and you want to warm up, the thing I will say, you have to always follow it up with a like a relaxing technique, because what you're doing is you're actually putting yourself into your sympathetic nervous system. So that's your fight or flight. So being able to come back into your parasympathetic is what you need to do in order to not be like irritable or whatever. So, okay. So breath of fire is in and out through the mouth. You're breathing into the bottom of your belly, through your chest as much as you can, but it's going to be when you breathe in, your belly goes out. When you breathe out, your belly goes in. So it's but what you want to do is you want to elevate that. So it'll start, but then it'll get even, it's very pressurized. You want to push in and out. Then you're going to want to speed that up. So it might look like this towards the end when you're really getting into it. So that is connecting with your solar plexus while doing that breath work. Doing it, I'm hearing, for a minute, then taking a break. Then doing it for a minute, then taking a break. Because when you start doing it, it can get overwhelming, but just do a little timer, and that'll be a really great. Oh, awesome, cacao training. But yeah, that would be a really great way to connect with your solar plexus in order for you to really tap in to. It feels like your weaving is going to have bigger gifts, or like whatever you've experienced so far, it's going to have an expansion through this. Okay.
I saw a whole lot. Let me try to remember it. Okay, so first off, your guides wanted you to just feel a little bit of relief. It almost felt like there was, when I first tapped it, it almost felt like there was an urgency to get some things done. And your guide said, just relax, just be where you are. There's one timeline space I see that you can revisit. And like I said, I believe that's around 1967 to 1969, something around input, really filling that space, and you can heal something there. I think that what Kai ended up touching on was something about a balance between your input and output and how to reset that space. And while that was happening, I realized that there was a portal open, like right here, like a big window. When you do your timeline weaving and you return to your body, even if you're doing cleanses, even if you're working with the timeline master, make sure to always look around you and make sure that all windows and all timeline portals are closed. Because if you come back to your body and there's a window, a door, a portal open, it's like sucking energy out this way. And that's what I saw happening. So I closed that. It wasn't easy. It feels like it's been open for a couple of days. But we got that closed. And then once it was closed, I saw this, like, I don't do geometry, but dodecahedron or something, like all these shapes, right? Sorry, math. Like all these shapes right here, just kind of moving and morphing. And it felt to me like it was saying you do interdimensional travel. So it wants you to release the knowledge and the input so that for a second you can realize you're not just working on timelines, because even though timelines are quantum and past and future, they're still linear, and they want you to think more dimensional, expanding in that way, because you can move through different dimensional portals as well. This doesn't feel like a new gift. It feels like an old gift that's kind of coming online. So just being aware of that. And I've released a little bit of energy at the Achilles heel and up at the head. And I feel complete bringing that into a heart balance.
So I connected your womb space to the womb of Gaia and the womb of Source. If you can, in the mornings, set that intention to keep that connection flowing. I think there is a lot to come through those connections. And it feels like it's going, I just heard the word, she's about to rise. So continue. Ooh, I just got chills. So if you can just make an intention to connect to your womb space to their womb spaces just in the morning. Those are my favorite spaces. Perfect. Love.
And I felt Gaia too. With all the flowers and being held, and it felt really good.
Yeah. So, and I feel complete with that as well.
Thank you so much for letting us work on you.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you're on your day 5 of cacao training, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
I love some cacao. Who's next for us here? Hello, Veronica. Left ear tinnitus. Yeah, of course.
Or is that feminine? Is that divine feminine trying to get in contact with you?
Oh. Kai just went there.
Sorry.
Ears ringing.
Not sorry.
Kai's like, yo, you listening?
Yeah, when my ears ring loud, typically it's because I either, like when I left, it means rest, usually from me, and this is just me. And then if it's right, I take it as I need to take action. So, and then if it's like more hollow, then that's stillness, intentional stillness, which is masculine. And then if it's more hollow over here, then it's more like a womb space.
Oh, I love that. And I love how deliberate your guides are.
I make them be deliberate so that I understand what the hell they're saying to me sometimes. I make them speak my language because that's how this works.
When mine happens as tinnitus, it's like there's no rhyme or reason or left or right, or sometimes it's even indiscernible. It just comes through like a scream. And I'm like, okay, because I know there's something there to tap into or to listen.
They're saying pay attention.
Right. It's just like a jolt, and it'll get and then go away.
Yep.
But she says hers is pulsatile tinnitus. So this is a health issue that she's worried about. So we're definitely doing some health healing. That's the whole focus. So I'm tapping in. I'm going right into the sinuses and through the brain. Okay, now I'm going down into the cardiovascular system. And I'm pulling this out because the big thing I see right on top is that there is a shadow that moves this way and covers those organs. And it doesn't necessarily look like it's all physical, even if it started as physical or there are actual small physical symptoms. It looks like the shadow is the fear, the worry of it being something physical that intensifies the physical symptoms. So just take a few deep breaths and release some of that fear, some of that anxiety, some of that worry, so we can really get down to the actual things that are there versus the projected things that are there.
I don't know if you saw, but I was just moving my jaw a lot. And I think maybe doing some jaw movements, massaging under your jaw, maybe even picking a pressure point that's sensitive right here and doing, just had something pop myself. Doing some movement, I think will also help loosen. It's interesting, they're showing like your eardrum with like a porcupine in it. So I'm going to get the porcupine out of there.
I see Archangel Zadkiel coming in with some yellow and green light and kind of patching up certain parts of your vascular system to strengthen any weak spaces or anything to do with the pulse itself. And I'm seeing that the worry and fear that's been projected onto that's amplifying and intensifying this tinnitus, when you removed it or when you released it and it started to purge away, it took the form of a man. So at first I thought this was a memory of someone that you had an experience with in the past, but I think that this is a present person, maybe someone that you are worried about or worried for, and possibly as an empath, because I'm seeing those rainbow colors, you're absorbing that whatever that man is going through, you're absorbing that and taking it onto yourself. And then that's creating fear and worry inside of your body. So we've got the inner healing happening. Yes, your husband. Okay. So just know that he's cared for, he's taken care of, and help is on the way for him as well. So I want you, when you can, to visualize your energy field as a rainbow and allow any fear, worry, stress, anxiety to pass through all of those colors and just cleanse away from you. And this way, you know, it's all transmuting out so that you don't absorb all of that in and keep carrying it around, eventually creating your own illnesses and symptoms. Okay. Just visualize that rainbow.
And
I
they
do
keep
grounding
showing me
exercises.
I was gonna say they keep showing me palm trees, so I don't know if maybe like a warmer environment would be good for a few days, or the beach, or I don't know, maybe just a vacation. But it's like, yeah, they just keep showing me palm trees and like a blue sky.
If my memory is serving me correctly, I feel like this person lives in a fairly warm environment-ish, but travel has been an issue lately. So maybe being able to feel more carefree like that, or get out on a holiday
Yeah.
or something might be nice. So
Or
just
just
be in
make,
nature.
I mean, I live in a place that's warm and sometimes I don't make it out of my house. So I think it's really just making a point to be in nature is maybe more of what, and to rest in to rest in the hands of Gaia.
Because nature
Yeah.
can pull out a lot of that stuff too. Like it's not just your
100%.
job to heal yourself. You can heal just by laying in nature. That's what the earth does. It has negative ions, it pulls this gunk out. So it will help you transmute all of that. And so once we get that grounding energy in, this feels really good. I'm checking back in at the heart real quick. I'm also hearing, and this is the final piece, that your old way of life has ended and you're now in a new way of life. So that's just something to remember, something for your awareness to kind of close that door to how things used to be, how you used to be, how you're used to reacting, and know that you're moving forward as a completely new person. You've leveled up, you've transformed.
Yeah, and it's to piggyback off of that, I heard the word purge, like this is like the last shed kind of vibe, or like not like we're gonna be continuously shedding our whole lives, right? To a degree, but like this feels like a very big purge and shed that is happening. So to just be gentle with yourself, kind to yourself.
Thank you for letting us work on you today. And also, just so everyone in this healing temple knows, remember we're all connected on a heart space and the heart level. We're all supporting one another. And also, if any of you feel that you have physical symptoms that need medical care, please get that. This is not a replacement for a doctor's care.
No.
This is the help that can help you heal in a better way, in a lighter way, help your energy, help your emotions, help your mind, and bring clarity. Hey, Melinda. Healing for your highest good. You sure you don't want a healing for your medium good? She's like, God, Mary. I'm connecting in right at that throat space. Truth, honesty, speak with authority. And now I'm seeing those big machines from Star Wars. What are like the animal machines? They look like cows, but they're made of metal. in Star Wars, and they walk around and go pew, pew, pew.
I don't remember what they're called, but I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm seeing about your throat, okay? I heard the word impenetrable.
And then I don't know if you've ever done an armpit detox.
Shut up.
That's where I'm at with you.
She's gonna be like, I had the weirdest healing today. I'm sorry, Melinda. I don't control Kai.
No one does. But yeah, it feels like an armpit detox or like a heavy metal detox, even maybe even both. But I'm going to be releasing some of the energetics behind it, but it feels like following that up with a physical detox would be good.
I like that you brought in heavy metal detox right after I saw her as like a Star Wars pew pew cow, like the impenetrable.
Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting.
So once we get the throat, I worked on the throat, and once we got that very open, because it was clouded a second ago, like I said, truth, speaking with authority. Once we got that open, everything went and then kind of centered around that heart space. So I'm looking into that now.
Yeah, they're showing me a magnet, so I think a heavy metal detox is definitely also part of the... I'm like using that to get up what came out. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do about all of the things that I'm seeing. You're going to call your cousin or your niece or whoever she is, the one whose name starts with a T, and you're going to tell her you need a parasitic detox, and also tell her about the heavy metal detox, and her being a naturopath or a naturopathic doctor, she's going to get you set up with what you need. Okay? Because I'm also seeing something around parasites, and it took me a second to understand what I was seeing.
I'm actually pulling out what looks like parasites.
Right now. I do too. So just get in touch with that family member. And I think that this is going to kind of bring you through a month where maybe it's more difficult, because when you detox, especially all these things that we're talking about, that's a really, really big detox. But then after that, you're going to be so open and clear and light that you're going to float through life, and everything's just going to be easy, come easy, because you're going to realize that a lot of these blockages and the mud that you're having to push through right now actually isn't even you. It's just all the stuff that's ready to come out, that needs to come out, not just metaphysically, but physically as well.
And then I'm also seeing the comment about my breathwork ceremony. It is actually going to be through Eventbrite. Viviani, I sent you the link in the private chat, but if you need me to do that again, I can. Yeah, it feels like you've just done a lot of healing work, Melinda, and that now it's time to really like get the body in tune with the rest of you that's what it feels like to me, which honestly, same, sis. That's what I'll be doing this year as well. That's the vibe I'm in myself. So I see you. Oh, need the link. Okay, let me do that really quick.
And I'm just finishing up at the heart space.
Oh, Aaron beat me to it.
And as I do, I see these little harmony hands at the heart. And I think that's showing you that you're supported and that there is harmony in relationships, because it's two hands holding up the heart. Because while you're learning to be clear here and speak with authority and, speak the truth, place your boundaries, it's also coming from a compassionate space. And it's really going to help you be harmonious with the people around you. Similar to your detox, right? When you start to speak your truth and place boundaries, it seems to cause friction at first. It makes things harder for a second. And then after it's done and integrated, you can move forward light and free and harmonious because everyone knows what to expect, how to love you, how to care for you, how you feel safe, and vice versa. And that creates that supported, harmonious feeling in the heart space. This also can be detoxing certain people from your life and letting yourself be in just your harmonious relationships, not having to carry all of the sludge around with you. So that definitely feels like the theme right now, getting out the sludge and just letting yourself move forward in a beautiful way.
And I'm just seeing monarch butterflies everywhere. Everywhere.
Love that. I'm just grounding at the feet and the connecting at the head, and I'll be all done.
Yeah, I'm just putting a nice little obsidian pyramid around you for a little bit.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a mushroom. I don't think you have to take the mushroom. It's a energy that's going to move through your system. If you have oil and water and you put mushrooms in it, it absorbs all the oil to clear the water, and you can still eat the mushroom because there's something about mushrooms that just transmute and cleanses all of that energy. And so that's what I just put in you, is that mushroom energy to cleanse everything, and it's still edible.
Love that.
So I feel good, complete.
Yeah, I already called my energy back. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with you, Melinda.
All right. Well, let's pull up. Let's pull up Miss P for a second. We got to make sure we get her in here. All right. Hey, Miss P, we love you.
Have you tried putting baking soda in like a morning drink? That's what my dad has, rheumatoid arthritis, and that has helped him incredibly.
So we're going to do Miss P and a quick reading on Patty, and then we're going to hop off. Is that okay with you, Kai? Who are you talking? What did you just say?
I was talking to Miss P.
I was looking for my dad. What with my granddaddy? What?
No, I was just offering. My dad he does a baking soda in orange juice in the morning to help with his rheumatoid arthritis, and apparently that's helped him a lot. So I was just expressing that.
Yes. Okay. A lot of allergies, arthritic pain.
I'm gonna go into the hands.
And I'm immediately at the throat.
Peptides would also maybe be really good for you because that helps open up the capillaries and blood vessels. I haven't said the word capillaries in a long time.
Capillaries.
I forgot that was a word. That's how I know I'm channeling.
What I just pulled off of you looks like a little being. I don't want to use the word entity or alien or anything like that because those seem a little scary. And this is just like a little entity, like a little playful something or other that you communicate with sometimes in your dreams. It feels like a helper guide, but it's not on a vibrational level as like a spirit guide. It's something more earthbound. And it kind of was just in your energy. So I went ahead and just pulled that out. It needs to not be there. I feel like it helps you integrate in your dreams. But if it stays there too much, it can be too intense on your physical body. So we went ahead and released that. So hopefully you'll sleep better tonight and your mind will be more clear and less foggy. And I'm coming down around the feet. I feel this energy wrapping itself around you like a blanket. So just let that hold you for a second. It feels to me like it's very motherly. I feel this could be the spirit of your mother in a very transcended kind of way, like a higher energy of your mother. So just be very cognizant that she's going through a healing process and she's offering you nurturing kind of energy, the kind of energy you deserved as a kid. And that's purging a lot of stuff from your stomach.
Yeah, they're just showing me all like your meridians and all of your blood vessels and everything throughout your body, and I am just trying to send like life into them and light. Yeah, almost like a activation, but like not quite clearing yet activating.
Beautiful. I see diamond-like energy inside. I see, what's the statue of the man holding the world? I see something like that, but it's a woman instead. And so I feel like this I feel like this is a testimony to your life and the things you've been through, but you don't look like it's a burden. You're like naked and proud and standing there holding the world. And if I know anything about you, you'd be 100% okay with being a naked statue holding the world effortlessly. So I think this is a good one for you, Miss P. And I feel complete with this. This feels like a heart center.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had me slow down, so I think I'm wrapping up right now.
Thanks so much, Miss P, for letting us work on you for a couple minutes today. Let's get Patty on there. There she is. Hey, Patty. Yes. Let me read you. I'm immediately connecting in around that heart space.
I was gonna say I'm right here in like the chest pectoral area.
Ooh, boobies.
The muscles beneath them.
You better watch this one, Patty. I'm telling you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No one's getting empathetically groped.
Oh my God, Mary.
I said I was kidding.
I just am not prepared for you sometimes.
Anyways, so when I tapped into the heart space, it feels very mushy, in a good way, like it's transforming. Now, I know that you commented you're on day 5 of the cacao training. So that means
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it means you've had a couple of doses of cacao. So that might be what that is, because it feels like a low, mushy, transformable, moldable kind of energy. And so when you're opening that heart space, what I'm picking up is that you may have started that journey with your energy here, maybe more logical, intellectual, more driven. And they want you to understand how your energy's really shifted to here, so it doesn't take you by surprise if you start to heal through this, if things start coming up that you didn't expect to come up, so that you're able to heal and purge and transform, because the cacao is a medicine. It is meant to change and transform your heart space. So by the time this is done, okay, so I'm seeing like the number 7. So by day 7, let's say, I see a gem, like an emerald at the heart space, and all of the mushy gunk is gone, and that's just shining through beautifully. So they're just bringing your awareness to a process that's naturally happening.
I'm also helping actually expand the energetic capacity of your heart because it's wanting to move into a bigger structure, if you will. And I'm helping release some of that energy for you because I've been burping a bunch.
Ooh.
And I'm not a burper.
Really?
Not unless I'm releasing energy.
Releasing a lot of sludge here coming right out of the throat.
So I'm almost seeing like you like actually like physically opening up like and just receiving some like maybe do this like in your own time, like with yourself, with your guides and everything, and imagine like source heart energy like pouring directly into your heart space.
I like that.
Good. You could do it too. Anybody can do that. That's for everyone.
Okay. 2 more things. Number 1, I hear the words wild witch. I don't know what that means. It could either be that like, I mean, I know what it means internally, like underneath the stuff. The words themselves, I don't know what they mean. The words themselves, it could be like short for like wild bitch, or it could be like wild nature woman, you know, whatever that looks like. But underneath it, what it means is that your power and wild nature is ready to just pop out at any moment. Just pop, just there. Uncontrollable, uncontainable. No one can tell you nothing. You are unapologetic, and you are standing in your power from behind you. Like with your backbone. Like when you say in it with your chest, you're living it with your backbone. There's something about that. Okay.
So I think that's what I'm getting is something to do with that, because she said, I don't know if my heart could get bigger. Notice I said structure. So that feels masculine, and that feels like it's not necessarily that your heart is getting bigger. It's just that your ability to use your heart in the ways that you need to and protect it at the same time, like a very balanced, like heart space energy is what I'm feeling. Watch out. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, because when you said that, I felt like a little fear, but I thought it was my fear. So I didn't say anything because I didn't, you know, sometimes those emotions get intertwined.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while we project while we're on these, you know, because we're human.
Because I was like, that I sat there for a second and I was like, am I scared of an even bigger heart? Kind of. Yeah.
Well, but we're also, I think this is indicative also of what's happening on the planet right now. And you're going to be a really great anchor for this. It's Patty. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. I see Patricia. So I just want to make sure it's Patty. Okay, cool. Because right now we are about to go through like a divine masculine expansion because there has been such a suppression. And that's part, like all this Aries energy with these transits are also part of that. So I think really, Patty, you're helping anchor in that for the collective. And thank you for your service. You probably don't even realize that, but you're definitely doing that.
And there was one more thing. I said there were 2 things. One was the wild witch. The other one is that there's little pieces along the spine that are reconnecting right now. So I've kind of helped assist that and sheath that over, and it's going to keep working through time. Yeah. So just let that keep working. Thank you so much for letting us connect in with you, Patty.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'd like to do one little thing before we go, if that's okay with you, Kai. It won't take very long.
Okay.
So we talked about the personal healing, and that's what we were doing today. And then we're going to expand that out. So at this moment, I'd like us all just to take a second to focus on sending light to the world, right? So this is the pray for the world part. Say hello, Alexis. Tell everyone hello. Alexi's going to help us send that energy out as well. So I just want everyone to remember you're not absorbing energy from the world. You're just shining your light, your healing, your love that you are right now, and just focusing it and intending it to help heal the world. So I'd like to do that for just a few seconds.
Yeah, I love that.
That felt very powerful. I was seeing seas and ocean waves crashing and polarities moving, and then I heard thunder and was like, it's complete.
Yeah, I just saw a fat anchor. Big old anchor, like the size of a state.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, it's so big.
Well, this is very powerful. You guys make sure that you visualize bringing your energy back to yourself, releasing everybody else's. When we get off, wash your hands to release all of our energy off of you. Drink lots and lots of water. Rest and be gentle with yourself, because you guys know by now, after these healings, sometimes you can be a little tired or crash for a day or so, or maybe just be super energetic and be the opposite for a day or so.
You never know.
But just really take care of yourself with that, okay? Anything else you want to remind people of, Kai? Our next one is February, what did we say, 27th? The last Friday in February we'll be back on for you guys.
No, I honestly just be gentle with yourself if you're having a moment, because like obviously we know that the state of the world is not the best right now. Just come back to center, because the light is already won. The rest of is noise.
Thank you. Beautiful. Millicent, I just wanted you to know that your guides showed up and they had this big package that looked like a birthday present with confetti everywhere. They slung it into your heart space and went kabam. So I just want you to know that even though I don't think we worked on you today, like you just had an explosion of confetti and energy in your body. So let that integrate. Like, I don't know if you're going to need to rest for 5 days or what that looks like, but bye everybody. Bye.